Hi, it's Megan. I have two Besame lipstick shades. One is the new to be released very soon, depending on how soon I get this video up. Hopefully before then. Victory Red, and then also Portrait Pink. And so this is sort of a request video, but then also someone said, are you gonna get it? And I thought, why don't I just drive to the Besame store and get it, because they have it in stock, early, pre-release. So, Victory Red comes in a different, and I'm wearing Portrait Pink, by the way, right now. So it's Portrait Pink, and this is the Victory Red. And I'm gonna do a description for the Portrait Pink first, just because the red does stain slightly and the pink doesn't, so it makes sense. But I will say that Portrait Pink was the winner for me. I didn't expect to like it. When I go into places, I say, what's new? And they said, oh, this isn't super new, but it's one of the newer shades. It's meant to be from 1963. So Besame, if you don't know, what they do is they take kind of the concept of certain shades that are popular at certain time periods. And then they say, okay, this one's from 1963. This is the kind of shade they were wearing in 1963. Or this is what they were wearing in the 1940s. So they have the fragrances that do that. They have the mascaras that are kind of time dated. They have lipsticks that are time dated. And I didn't see any blushes at the store this time. I don't know that they're doing the blushes. They did have some powders. They've got the face powders and some colored powders too. So I've been a huge fan of the brand because I like the matte formula. It tends to be a lot longer wearing, and it's matte with just a teeny touch of satin a lot of times. And then it also has just amazing wear time on me and great coverage. They're very pretty lipsticks. You know, it's not the biggest range, and they tend to focus on reds, which is why it was nice to see a pink. A little bit more of a natural look because I don't wear reds every day, but they're beautiful. So this one, they say pastel baby pink without shimmer, ideal for paler skin tones, a semi-matte finish with one coat, full coverage. The highest natural pigment content for a smooth, indelible, featherproof finish, enriched with squalene, vitamin C, and aloe. Our vintage reproduction reds are the exact shades used by your favorite Hollywood starlets. And it's got vitamins A, E, and C, aloe, and green tea. And it's $22, and my cat is just going wild as I'm trying to shoot these videos. I don't know why, but he's not coming on camera. So you open it up, and this is the packaging. And this is the shade. This one, I don't think is as fully opaque as some of the reds, honestly. And it's just a light, kind of like a faded strawberry pink. And I can definitely see this as a 1960s kind of a color. What I love about it is I have a weakness, a soft spot for that kind of crushed light rose petal lip look. I call it angel lips, I call it baby lips, I call it all kinds of things. But at the end of the day, I just think it's so pretty. And a lot of them are matte or semi-matte or demi-matte or almost matte or satin matte, just because to be fully matte can be a little bit harder to wear. And it's definitely not for everyone's complexion. I am slightly warm toned, but I can wear these kind of pinks. I was actually shocked I could wear this one when I saw it in the tube. I was surprised that I really liked it on. But it isn't the coolest of the pinks in this genre, which is probably good. And then because it isn't, it's quite opaque but not fully opaque, so I think it's picking up just a little bit of my natural lip colors. What impressed me about it was that I did get full coverage on my top lip, which is really important for a shade like this, because you want that kind of angel baby kiss kind of a look. You don't want kind of fading pink, which just doesn't have the same kind of, I don't know, beauty to it as a shade like this can have. And it wears almost 2 hours on me, which for a shade like this is pretty impressive, because these oftentimes are so light they don't wear because my natural lip color is darker. So any little bit of kind of fading or shading or whatever, they're gone. They just don't hold up. So that's this one. And I really love it. It might be my favorite Besame shade, but but it's not gonna work on everyone. The next one is the Victory Red. And so this, they say, the glamour of gorgeous red lips lifts the spirit. Like all expressions of glamour, a classic red lip elevates the morale of the woman wearing the lipstick as well as those who see her. That's where we're proud to introduce Victory Red for summer 2016. And it's in reference to the Allied victory in World War II. They painstakingly researched the red based on our collection of historical samples and a lot of study. Our Victory Red is an absolutely faithful color match to the original 1941 classic shade. And what they say is that during the war, the American military forces commissioned the first Victory Red lipstick to women in uniform. The clear, strong red tone looked vibrant when worn with the standard issue olive drab jacket and skirt. The caps worn by women in the armed forces often featured a brilliant red braid trim detail, and Victory Red also accentuates the band. They were told to look pretty. Women were told to look pretty. And so it was kind of confidence building and whatnot. I'm hesitating a little because I do have a bit of an issue with this lipstick. First of all, the lipstick itself is really pretty, but it's $28, not $22 like the rest of the Besames, and you get this pin, which is not a free pin. It is a pin you're paying $6 for. I do not like the pin. I think it's ugly. Some people might like it. I don't want the pin. I was incredibly annoyed that you have to pay the $6 for a pin that probably cost them 25 cents, 50 cents to get, I don't know. And the lipstick's the regular lipstick, but you're paying extra for the pin. So that's kind of my rant for a minute. The lipstick itself is really pretty, but I don't want to pay $6 extra for a pin. So, what do I think of the lipstick? And Besame, if you see this video, don't do that again, please. I won't buy the lipstick next time if you do. So I'm not going to apply it perfectly on camera because I never do. But oh well. It's just a red lipstick, which is going to stain, right? It's a gorgeous color. This one is a blue base, slightly cool red. And the closest, I was in the Besame store, which is a good place to go. The person that I spoke to, she was wearing the red and her complexion was a lot darker than mine. It looked so different on her. She said that she thought it was a little bit more matte and than the regular formula, and I agree. I think it's a little bit more matte than the regular formula, barely though. These are regularly pretty matte formulas. And it's also a little bit lighter than Besame Red. So it's closest to Besame Red, but a little lighter. It's got a brightness to it. And this is what I was really pondering because I was wearing it in the car as I was driving through LA traffic home. It's got a real brightness to it, but it doesn't look like a bright red. It's like a medium, classic, slightly sheen matte thing that wears beautifully. Great coverage, very opaque, very pretty color. Just really pretty. That bright without being bright is actually a really nice thing. It kind of I feel like it wakes up people's faces. And the other thing I was pondering was just looking at it on me and then looking at it at the woman who was working there, the sales associate, and how different it looked on her. So that's kind of a nice thing too, where it's really something that seems to work with a lot of different skin tones because it is only slightly cool. It is a slightly more wearable red, being a little bit less dark, a little bit less in your face. It's a pretty color. It really is. It's a very, very nice red. So I'm happy with the lipstick. I think that's all I have to say about it. If you have it or have thoughts or comments or suggestions, if you love the pin and think I'm being unfair, let me know. And please subscribe on YouTube because that does help me a lot. Thanks for watching.